Complete this pay statement. So this is about someone earning wages. They've worked for 35 hours and were paid £14.30 per hour. They worked 7 hours and got £18.80 and 4 hours at £21.45. Now, the reason you might have three different pay rates is, this 35 hours could be the Monday to Friday 9 to 5 amount that they get paid. This is about 1/3 bigger than that, so maybe this is overtime and they did like 7 hours overtime. This figure here is about 1.5 times as big as that, so that might be the amount they get for working on Saturday, for example. So that's why one person might get three different pay rates. So we need to work out, if they earn £14.30 in 1 hour, how much would they earn in 35 hours? So we do 35 times £14.30, and that gives us, hit SD to turn into a decimal, 500.5. Remember, we're talking about pounds, so that's £500 and 50p. We're then going to do 7 times 18.80, SD button, 131.6, add a 0 because we're talking about pounds, that's 60p. And then we've got 4 times 21.45, which equals 85.80, £85.80. So the amount they earned in total is going to be the sum of these three figures. Now, I've already got this figure in my calculator, so I'm going to add to this 131.60, and I'm also going to add in my 500.50. So my total pay is £717 and 90p. Now, that's how much money you earn, but obviously you have to pay tax. Now, tax comes in two forms. You've got tax that you pay as a percentage of your salary, but there's also this thing called national insurance. Now, both of them get deducted from your salary. They both get taken away from this amount here. So let's work out what the total deductions were by summing these two numbers, adding them together. 64.80 plus 85.60. So my total deductions were £150 and 40p. Now, your take-home pay, the amount you get to actually take home at the end of the period, the end of the week, equals the total pay that you made, take away the deductions. So this figure here is going to be this number, 717 and 90p, take away the £150 and 40p. And we should end up with £567 and 50p. This question could do in two ways. It is a calculator exam, so the best way is to probably use your calculator. Now, you'll notice that this here is a mixed number, and there's a mixed number button on your calculator in yellow, just here. To access this, you need to press Shift, that button, and you can see three boxes, one for each number. So I put the 5 and 1/4, and hit the right arrow in order to put the plus sign. Then I've got a normal fraction, so I just use the normal fraction button. So there's two boxes, one for each number. 1, down arrow, 2, and then right arrow again, so I can put in the multiplication sign. And then one more fraction, so the normal fraction button, and I've got two boxes, one for each number, 2/3. Now, if I hit equals, the calculator is going to know to do BIDMAS, because we've got a multiplication here and an addition. And it needs to do the multiplication before it adds on this number here. Let's see what we get. So we get 67/12. The question, however, says, please answer as a mixed number, and this is a 2-mark question. That might get you 1 mark, okay? Now, we know that 12/12 equals 1. So how many wholes can we make out of 67/12? Well, because 5 times 12 equals 60, we know that we've got 60/12 plus 7/12 left over, and 60/12 is the same as 5. 60 divided by 12 is 5. So we've got 5 wholes and 7/12 left over. You could try and do this one by hand, but you just need to make sure that you do that calculation first, the half times the 2/3, before you try and add on your 5 1/4. This question is talking about tons, kilograms, and grams. So you've got 3 different measurements, and you need to convert them all into the same units of measure in order to be able to figure this question out. Now, tons are the largest, kilograms are in the middle, grams are the smallest. So let's use kilograms as my suggestion, okay? 1 ton equals 1,000 kilograms, and 1 kilogram equals 1,000 grams. So let's turn these all into kilograms. So I've got 1 kilogram plus 5 kilograms plus 750 grams would be 0.75 kilograms. 250 grams would be 0.25 kilograms. 300 grams would be 0.3 kilograms. And I need to add on this 2 tons, which is going to be 2,000 kilograms. So if I add them all together, 1 plus 5 plus 0.75 plus 0.25 plus 0.3 plus 2,000, I get 2007.3. Show that the sum of the 6 masses is 2007.3. I've just done that. 3 marks. Now this one says 3 of the masses are moved from A to B. So 3 of the masses are moved from this box into this box. The mean of the masses in B is now 2.1 kilograms. Okay, so the mean equals 2.1. Which 3 masses move? You must show you're working. Now, the important thing here is to know that the mean comes from adding up all the values and dividing by how many there are. And we know that there are 3 values. So what we've got here is we've got 3 numbers added together and then all divided by 3, and this equals the mean, which is 2.1. So these 3 numbers divided by 3 give me this. So this number times by 3 must be the same as this. So this plus this equals 2.1 times 3, and 2.1 times 3 is 6.3. So now the problem's a bit easier to solve because you're looking for 3 numbers that add up to 6.3 kilograms. So how can we make 6.3 kilograms using these numbers here? Well, we could, if we have the 5 and the 1, that'd give us 6. And then the 300 grams, remember, is 0.3. So I think it's 5 kilograms, 1 kilogram, and 300 grams. And you could check this by saying 5 plus 1 plus 0.3, and then there's your 6.3, divide that by 3, and we should get back to 2.1, which we do. Well done.